Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I have another good video. This is not about diagnosis, it's more about remove and install. This is a 2007 Hyundai Santa Fe. It has a V6 3.3 engine. Make sure I'm giving you the right information, and it is this right here. Now you guys can see. So V6 3.3. The problem with this car is well, the car got towed in the morning here to the shop. Let me show you the codes. It was like a good amount of codes in the car. So let me go over to information, then the manager, and I save it always all the PDF information. So we have 2 codes in the engine control module: automatic transmission 2 more, 4 in the ABS, 1 in the airbag, and I guess these ones are not that important, but 6 on the tire pressure monitor system, and we got 3 on the 4-wheel drive control system. So the 2 in the engine is limp home mode, forward management. We got in the automatic transmission, we got the ETC system power management and the throttle actuator. This is more like limp home mode, causing this too. This one is about power, and I'm going to go a little bit on that. Just let me show you all of them. And battery voltage low. And on the 4-wheel drive, engine size failure, lost communication with the ECM and PCM. So the first thing I did is, of course, I read the codes. The car is just starting, and I brought it in the shop good, but I noticed that, you know, when I turned the lights on, they were kind of like dim and the idle went down. So I put a test on the, a tester on the battery. Battery is low. It's still good, it's low, but I put the charge, the alternator test, an idle, it's just producing like 13 volts, which is by starting very low. And then as soon as I put all the lights and radio and fans and all blah blah blah, it went down to like 12.2. So bad alternator. This is the reason of this video. Just wanted to give you a little bit of what the problem was. So I already got the alternator out. As you guys can see here, really dirty, full of oil. So they already replaced the valve cover gasket, so most likely the valve cover gasket leak and leak on the alternator. But so the reason of this video is to show you what you need to do, because it's a few videos on the internet, but they're not very high definition and not really good explanation. So the first thing you need to do is let the car completely cool down, because you're gonna be working right next to the catalytic converter on the front and in the radiator. So you need to completely let it cool down. I'm also putting the dry belt because it's full of oil as well here. So you need to remove the upper radiator hose, which is here, and it goes right under this front. You need to use a plier, kind of like this is the one that I use for this one on the front. It's like a vice grip, very good. It worked very well in there. So you remove the coolant. Just drain as much as it has on that hose. So I didn't drain the whole system because it's not necessary. Then you need to remove the upper, the fans, both electrical fans. So let me show you. As you can see, we got just the radiator in there. They got 2 electrical connectors. Very easy. You just squeeze here and then pull the connector out, and they had each 2 10s, one in each, like each end of the fan, which is kind of like in the middle here, and another one in here. So you remove the one on the driver's side first, and it's kind of like tight, but it goes out. So you just gotta be careful not to damage the fins on the radiator. You pull it forward and then you shake it out. Same thing with the other one, and it's a little bit more tricky. 1 second, guys. Alright guys, sorry for the interruption. That was my Cornwall tool guys. He always visits me on the Mondays. So I was telling you that the passenger side fan is a little bit tricky. It's the same thing. It's 2 balls, and you gotta bring it up because it has a, actually let me show you in the fans, might be the easiest way. So this is where the balls goes, and of course there's electrical connector, and at the bottom they got these plastic tabs or pins, let's call pins, this is square pin that goes inside the radiator on the bottom. So you have to raise that up in order to get the fan out. But so the passenger side, they got to slide the fan all the way to the passenger side and then come out. Again, be careful with the fans because it's a little tight. Next thing to do, you need to remove the dipstick. Not just the dipstick itself, you need to remove the tube that goes down to the oil pan. It's being held by a 12 millimeter bolt, and then it's tight, but it comes out again. All you got to do is just wiggle the tube, careful not to break it, wiggle, and then pull it up. After you do that, then you need to remove two 14 millimeter bolts on the alternator. They're very easy to see. You will see that on the base of the alternator, one there and one on the other one. And then you need to remove the belt. So the belt has a automatic tensioner that has let me see if I can show you. So after this on the bottom of this pulley, which is the one that moves, that's the automatic tensioner. There is a 19 millimeters kind of like a socket part that you can then from the front to the vehicle to the back, and then you remove the belt. In my case, I don't care about how it goes because I have all the information manuals on how to put it back. But if you don't have that, just kind of like draw yourself a diagram or take a picture like that, how to put it back. So that's the trick of the alternator. You also need to remove, I forgot to tell you, there's a plastic piece in here with a plastic I don't know how you call those. Let's call those plastic clips. They got a Phillips head, easy to remove. And of course you need to remove the connector for the alternator. Make sure the battery is disconnected for all this process. I forgot to mention that at the beginning too. You need to press that gray one in there, is the one you just squeeze in and pull out. And then you got the main wire, the main battery cable. Is this one right here, is a 13 millimeter nut. And installation is in reverse order. So I hope this video is helpful for you guys. Like I said again, it's not much information about how to do it. I look everywhere because I usually don't like to upload a video. There is 2,000 videos of those in the internet. Even that, I know that my subscribers are checking my website, my YouTube channel. So I hope you guys like the video. Don't forget to thumbs up and see you next time.